So, in today's lesson, I want to talk about self love. And I have this amazing technique who I learned from Louise Hay. Louise Hay is an inspiring woman and a motivational author. She, I think, I believe she's passed away, unfortunately, but her books and her work and her words just will always live on. And one of my most favorite, and I think the most powerful technique is a mirror technique that she has, and it's to help develop self love. Because I'm sure everybody's heard the phrase, oh, you must love yourself first. And I used to get kind of frustrated when I'd hear that because I'd be like, well, yeah, of course I love myself. Well, until I did this technique, I didn't realize I actually did have some blocks around that. And um, this is a really good way not only to get over those blocks, but to really get in tune with yourself and really become one with who you are and really connect with your kind of get the unconscious and the conscious mind working together and really connect on that level. And so anyway, we're going to learn this technique right now. And it's called the mirror technique. And I use it every single day, every day. It is just part of my morning habit, my morning routine. It is just part of who I am. And I love this technique. So, this is how we do it. I want you all just to take a moment and you want to focus on your reflection in the mirror. And if you have a mirror, then I say grab it and do it now. Go and look into a mirror, go grab a little hand mirror or maybe put up your phone on selfie and look at yourself. And I want you to write down these 3 steps. The first step is to take a moment to focus on your reflection in the mirror. And I want you to look deep into your own eyes. Really look at yourself. Like really stare at yourself. Like really look at your eyes and just almost to the point where, when you stare at something hard enough, everything else kind of fades away and all you get is what you're looking at. Kind of like when you do your meditation and you kind of look up a little bit and you get into that new sense of awareness, that different state of awareness. You kind of want to look into your own eyes and stare at them until you get into that higher state of awareness, that kind of meditative, relaxed state. So you just don't want to glance at yourself. Like you really want to take the time to look into your own eyes. And you want to look into your own eyes and you want to repeat the phrase, I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And you just want to look into your own eyes and keep saying, I love you. And you might notice at first that it feels a little bit uncomfortable. You might even notice that you say, I love you, and you kind of look away. I love you. But you might feel a little bit of resistance, right? And you might want to ask yourself, why would you feel uncomfortable telling yourself, I love you? This is just a reflection of the unconscious limiting decision that you have somewhere in your unconscious mind. And so ask yourself, what do I need to believe to know that I love myself? Why am I feeling uncomfortable when I say this? And you can ask that question and you can keep saying to yourself, I love you. I love you. I love you. I really love you. And you just want to keep saying that to your own eyes. You You want to look at yourself in the mirror and say that. So, one is look into your reflection, look at your reflection, look into your own eyes and say, I love you. Two is notice if you have any resistance. And if you do, ask yourself, where is this resistance coming from? And keep saying to yourself, I love you. And third, continue to look in the mirror and tell yourself, I love you. And say your name. You know, I love you, whatever your name is. For me, it would be, I love you, Dawn. I love you, Dawn. I really, really love you. And then you can also start adding your own positive affirmations, whatever feels good to you. I love you. You're worthy. You're really, really worthy. I love you. You're amazing. I love you. You're awesome. I love you. You're valuable. I love you. You're confident. I love you. You're smart. I love you. I really, really love you. Just say that to your own reflection over and over. And you say it every time you look in the mirror. And if you don't have a mirror, close your eyes and imagine that you're looking at your own reflection and say, I love you to that reflection. You can imagine it. You don't have to have a mirror. You can get into your own meditative state and you can say it to yourself. And you might feel uncomfortable the first couple times you do it. And again, that's just you hitting a little resistance. But I promise after you do it a few times, you will no longer look away or feel uncomfortable. You will be saying it because you believe it, because your unconscious mind knows it's true. It knows it's true. You were created. You were born loving yourself. I mean, think about little babies. Little babies, they don't care if they're dirty. They don't care if they have an icky diaper. They want you to love on them. They want you to look at them. Babies were not born feeling insecure. Babies were not born having any doubt. Babies were born feeling good about themselves. That is your true natural state of being. Babies aren't like, oh no, don't look at me, I'm having a bad hair day. Or don't look at me, I have a dirty diaper. Are you kidding? They're like, look at me, love me, hug me, hug me. Babies love the attention. Babies need the attention. They want the attention. They need the hugs. They need someone to hold them and make them feel safe and comfortable. Why? Because they know they're worthy of it. So this is the natural state you want to get back to. You have to know you're worthy of it. And you are. You were born worthy of it. There's no other way to be. There really is no other way to be. So if you really want to get in touch with yourself, do the mirror work. Do it every day, all day long. Every time I catch my own reflection, I'll say that. Now you don't have, you can say it out loud or in your head. You know, if you're around other people, you don't want to come across egotistical, you might want to say it in your head. But you don't say it in a way that's egotistical. You're just saying, you're just reminding yourself, yeah, I'm valuable. I'm worthy. I love me. And when you start feeling that and believing that and really have that sense within you, your behavior reflects that. You will have stronger boundaries and you will stick to your boundaries because you know you're worth being treated better than having somebody cross those boundaries. When you really love yourself and you know your own self-worth, you don't put up with a lot of flack from people. You're confident holding your ground. Your confidence knowing who you are and saying, hey, you know what? Maybe there was a time in my life where that was okay, but it's not now. I'm not the same person I was a week ago or a year ago or yesterday. You know why? Because I know my value. I'm worthy. That's powerful. And that's the power you were born with. That's the power you're created with. That's the power that created you. And that's the energy you should be living from. making your decisions from. This is a powerful technique, and I suggest you do this every time you see your reflection, every time you look in the mirror. Just look at yourself and go, I love you. I'm amazing. That quick, that easy. But when you first start, you might want to spend a couple minutes, more time, really staring into your own eyes, really getting in touch with your higher self, and really saying I love you until it feels right, until it feels good, until you sense it's true, until there is no doubt. And this is a technique that will help you really understand what it means to love yourself first. So when people make those phrases and say, you got to have self-love, they're right. They're right. Everything has to come from the power of self-love, but not everyone knows how to get there. Now you do. So use this powerful tool, and this will really help eliminate a lot of stress because it eliminates a lot of doubt. And it really helps you be congruent with your values and your goals and knowing that you can achieve that. So love yourself and be happy. Now keep practicing this mirror technique on self-love and see how it makes you feel.